I've been trying to do this video since yesterday. My internet keep crashing, but I told myself I'm gonna keep trying over and over and over again because I know that I definitely want to do this video. So this is Antonio Team Tiggio, and basically Adidas and Kanye West are in a conundrum. The conundrum is Kanye West got money. He don't have, of course, enough as much money as Adidas. And ever since Adidas eliminated the contract with Kanye West, they tried to do some backdoor deals. According to him, they stole his designs. And now, guess what? What's going on now is they are going to have to figure out what to do next. And when I say what to do next, I am referring to are to be able to sustain themselves as a company. Kanye West was a big part of their online sales, and right now they got close to $1 billion in merchandise that they do not know if they're going to be able to offload that merchandise, or I think it'll be a bad idea to destroy that merchandise. Their best bet is to make amends with Kanye West. The way that this can work is Kanye West can go on an apology tour, similar to what Nick Cannon did, and he can get back in good graces with some people. Some people are not rocking with Kanye West, period, for however they feel about it. They are not rocking with him, period. But even my 13-year-old daughter said that she's not feeling Kanye West, even though I explained to her that he did say some things, and as human beings, we should be forgiven, but she's not having it. So without further ado, let's dive into let me share my screen. Why I am able to share my screen, because the computer been acting crazy. Around. I told them the problems I was having, and what did they tell me? They said, "Well, look, there's no issue on your end." So without further ado, let's dive in over here. Right now, Adidas, Adidas is in the trash can. The stock has slipped and fell to the bottom of the trash can bowl. All right. So Adidas right now has a market cap of 29.56 billion, but they have their hands in so many different areas right now. I don't even know if this is right. So let me see something. Let me make sure this is right. I don't want to say something and it's wrong. So let me refresh this whole screen. Let me refresh the whole screen today, and let's make sure this is right. So Adidas, ticker ADDDF, has a market cap of 29.56 billion. But when you look at that 52-week high, Adidas was at a 405.55. That's right around the time when they still had Yeezy in the fold. Right now, they do not have Yeezy in the fold, and that's just not a good thing for this company because they need Kanye West. Now, people may say they certain people like not Rahm Manuel, one of the Manuel brothers told him, say, yeah, drop Kanye West, drop him. They should have been a little bit more strategic in thinking. So what Adidas thought was they could drop Kanye West and then keep his merchandise. That's just not the way that it went, because what they felt to realize that Kanye West had a lot more people that was loyal to his merchandise over the hurtful things that he said. And in hindsight, people felt that because I'm loyal to Kanye West, I would never buy a pair of Adidas without Yeezy on the part of Adidas. Yeezy, the Yeezy logo on the side of Adidas. Adidas thought people was going to pay $300 for such a thing, and people was not going to budge. Now, there are rumors that Adidas are thinking about going ahead and signing a contract with Kanye West, but it may not be an ideal thing for them to do, because you're going to have a select group of people that's going to turn their back on the deal, but you're going to have sneakerheads that don't give a doggone what Kanye West said one way or the other. They just want the shoes. The loyalists are going to be in different folds, but then you got Adidas that definitely is going bankrupt if they well, when I say bankrupt, they're gonna go and they market value will slip a great deal if they don't repair the issue with this the merchandise from Kanye West. They already stole his designs, according to him. I don't think he signed over those designs. It wouldn't be smart enough for him to sign over designs when he always preached about leaving a legacy for his kids. So no, I do not think that he himself signed over those designs to Adidas. I don't. Now, Adidas is looking to repurpose unsold Yeezy products. Here's some of its options. All right, so when Adidas cut ties with Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, over the rapper's anti-Semitic remarks, the sportswear giant quickly had another problem on his hands. Would it do with all of its merchandise associated with Ye, branded as Yeezy? So, what you got to understand at this juncture, Kanye West, formerly known as billionaire Kanye West, still you don't get to a billion not having some kind of influence. I just don't think, unless you won the lottery, you don't get in the bedroom like that. It just doesn't happen. Adidas said it stopped production of Yeezy products as well as payments to Ye and his companies back in October, adding that the German company does not tolerate anti-Semitism and other types of hate speech. So Adidas got a problem. You stopped his payments and now you need his help. People going to push back. Adidas don't need Kanye West. That's a freaking lie. We're going to dive deeper why they need Kanye West. They are losing billions without him. Remember, Adidas was about to go bankrupt before they signed on to him. So let's talk business and not personal, right? But the breakup came as a considerable cost for the brand. Everybody preach, Adidas drop him, but nobody thought from a business perspective. I got people on my timeline when I saw timeline top Facebook. Oh, Adidas stock is going to be good because Beyonce and Ivy Park. I say Ivy Park can't save no Adidas. Beyonce influence is not Kanye West influence. That's why he was a 2+ billionaire, and Beyonce is a 100 millionaire, which is a lot more money than me personally. But they value in the merchandise game is definitely different. All right, in a profit warning issued on Thursday, Adidas said that the decision not to sell the existing merchandise is expected to splash the company's full year revenue by 1.2 billion euros, which is about 1.28 billion, and its operating profit by 500 million euros or 533 million this year. So let's get this right. Ye contract was for the next 4 years. He was owed 500 million per year. That means that because people were still buying Yeezys, they were still buying Adidas as well. You got to understand that people are not even buying Adidas because of Ye. Let's be real. Let's be real about it. Some people are not even buying Adidas because of Ye. I've done seen people burn their shoes and whatever. I don't have a dog in the hunt, so it's one way or the other. I do not have a dog in the hunt. I'm just here to spread the facts of what I'm reading. The loss may be even greater if the company decides not to repurpose any of its unsold Yeezy merchandise. They're going to have to sell that merchandise or this company will go bankrupt, folks. It's going to happen. Even with a 29.95 market share, you sign Pharrell, you got Pusha T, you got Beyonce, and none of these people are going to sell as many shoes as Kanye West. It's not even possible. Getting rid of unwanted leftover products or figuring out how to repurpose them is a common problem for the retail industry. Reselling inventory at a discount, donating, or upcycling are different options that companies consider. Experts say Adidas is in a uniquely difficult position to try to make a profit off its unsold inventory, given the distinct design of Yeezy products and the damage caused by its designer. Yay. Me personally, I don't say he caused damage. He caused damage to himself. Adidas made this decision because they want to be greedy, and it's backfiring them. And a matter of fact, the CEO that's here now was not the CEO when all of this stuff abrupt. You stole the man designs. You stopped making carbon copy of designs. He wanted out of the deal because y'all were stealing everything. He presented. He said, "Let's sell the Yeezy slides for $50." Y'all say, "Nah, let's not sell the Yeezy slides for $50. Let's sell them for $300." And then what y'all turned around and did, y'all made your own type of slides. And guess what you did? You start selling them at $50. So you did everything you can to destroy this man. And in the end, it's ended up destroying you. Let's just continue with the story. There's no way to get out this gracefully or properly. Matt Powell, a footwear retail expert who has worked with, said, the question is, how can they lighten the bad things that are going to happen? He didn't say that will happen. He says that's going to happen. He didn't say may happen. He said going to happen. Here are a few options for what Adidas can do with its unsold Yeezy products. Removing the Yeezy label and reselling the merchandise at a discount in its own stores in the US. Well, why that's not going to work is you got Yeezy loyalists that's not going for that. They're going to see the shoe. They're going to see that it doesn't have the imprint of Yeezy on it, and they're not going to buy that. Now, you should be expert enough to know that they're not going to buy that. One option for Adidas is to remove. No, I already just read that. That strategy may be Adidas' best bet to turn some profit, Powell said, but repackaging the merchandise comes with its own challenges. All of this work is extremely labor intensive, and it can only be done one shoe at a time, he said. So it's very costly to go through this process. The Yeezy line is also tricky to refashion because of its distinct designs. Right. Consider the foam runner, a futuristic slip-on with sculpted lines and a microchrome finish. Adidas could try to sell its own version of the foam runner, but consumers may still associate the shoe with its former designer. When Kanye West sat there and said Adidas can't drop me, and they said, and people made jokes about it, watch this work and watch me do it. He knew what he was talking about. And this is not me getting on a Kanye West chain. I'm talking from an entrepreneur perspective. He knew what he was talking about. He knew that if they tried to, ban him or whatever, however it go, he knew that it was not going to work. He knew it. Without a consumer buy it, that remains to be seen, Powell said. That's where the biggest question mark is in all of this. Selling the Yeezy merchandise in smaller markets outside the US. Generally, repurposing products at a deep discount could have consequences for a brand's reputation. So companies look to smaller markets, likely in developing countries, to make a profit without hurting their image in big consumer markets such as the US and Europe. Here's the problem. Yeezy is known all over the freaking world. Don't try to do it, NPR. They are known all over the world, and people know what's going on. Adidas may have better luck selling the Yeezy line in smaller markets, said Marshall Fisher, a professor at Wharton School of University of Pennsylvania, who studies retail operations and supply chain management. You could try to do that, but just say you try to sell it in Nigeria. How is the Naira going to work in this regard? The people just don't have the money to do that in some of these markets with the Naira and the rupee, different, currency like that. It just doesn't happen. Somewhere it's not visible in their primary markets would be one approach that may take. Fisher, who has worked with Nike, told NPR. Nike never had they never experienced what Adidas is experiencing now. They just never have. And we just going to have to be real about that. This is a nightmare on M Street for Adidas. It just is. He added that removing Yeezy labels would still be important to this strategy, and there's still a chance that even smaller markets may be not interested in the discounted products given its reputation. So let's get this right. You think that this is going to happen? It's not going to happen. Not the way Adidas think it's going to happen. It's just not. Experts say destroying the merchandise is not a smart move. Although repurposing comes with its own risk, retail experts say destroying the unsold items is not a viable strategy, not just because of the financial loss, but the possible backlash. Companies such as Burberry, Coach, and H&M have received heavy criticism in previous years for disposing of wearable apparel. We've seen that happen with luxury brands out there who didn't want to see their product discounted at the end of the season, Powell said. On the other hand, Fisher said donating the goods is much better for reputation and for sustainability, and it would be viable option uh, if it decided not to turn a profit. Now, the thing is about this is Adidas must return a profit. They're not in a business not to return a profit. And if they was going to give away those shoes, they would have did a long time ago. In my respectable opinion, I think Adidas need to bring back Kanye West on board in a non-verbal a solid partner with this image base where he's not saying much. And that's the best thing to do. Adidas control all of the shoes besides the slides. The Yeezy brand controlled the slides, so Adidas couldn't sell them anyways. So if you're looking for Adidas slides, you couldn't even get those. So I had to do this video. I think Kanye West is in a peculiar position, but Adidas need Kanye West more than Kanye West need Adidas. Kanye West can survive off $100 million. Adidas can't survive if they're bankrupt, and their profit margin between Nike and Adidas is gapping more and more and more. So it's just something to put in my hindsight. This is Antonio with Team Tiggio. Please like, comment, subscribe, and once again, I will see you next time.